Factories are more than walls and machinery. They are places where human demand reshapes raw nature into products of desire. Every industry tells a story about how far we're willing to go to create what we value. Today, we begin a journey into one such world: horse leather. Every manufacturing chain begins with a purpose. Nothing moves through these doors unless someone somewhere wants what will come out at the other end. What seems simple, a luxury product, is possible only because an enormous system is built to make it happen. Before transformation begins, organization dominates. Accountability becomes the first act of creation. Every hide receives identity and responsibility, proof that even raw material must follow structure and expectation before it becomes something people are willing to pay for. Industrial refinement isn't chaos, it's discipline. Nothing here happens by instinct or improvisation. Each step exists because someone once learned it the hard way, discovering the method that prevents deterioration and allows durability to take form. Progress builds on the removal of what no longer serves. To make something valuable, excess must be cleared away. Nature provides the foundation, but industry demands precision. Only when the unnecessary is stripped can the material become what society expects. Uniformity doesn't come naturally. Markets do not reward randomness. The drive for consistency means every item must resemble the next closely enough for people to trust it. Familiarity, even in luxury, is one of the most powerful forces in global trade transition, is where the value shifts. A single decision in processing can determine whether material becomes ordinary or exceptional. At this stage, the product begins to redefine itself, and the market begins to anticipate what it will soon become. Strength requires bonds we cannot see. Inside sealed chambers, chemistry locks fibers together until softness and endurance coexist. This is the moment where the product stops being perishable and starts being something meant to survive time, travel, and human use. Even once structure is secured, the process remains incomplete. True value depends on refinement beyond the invisible interior. What the world touches, what people feel and recognize, those qualities come from the stages that follow, where aesthetics shape perception, texture is memory. People don't remember products by their ingredients, but by how they feel in their hands. Every surface is designed to evoke familiarity, comfort, or status. The journey from raw hide to leather becomes emotional long before it becomes functional. Color influences desire. Shade can define markets, generational trends, and personal identity. Something as simple as a deep black or warm brown can determine where the product will travel, who will purchase it, and what story it will carry once it becomes part of someone's life. Modern industry balances technology and trust. Despite automation, measurement remains essential. Data confirms what the eye cannot see, proving that durability and longevity aren't accidents. They are decisions enforced through relentless control. Human touch still matters. Machines can measure, shape, and process, but only people can judge character. Quality is not just a number. It's a belief that the final product must be worthy of the hands that will one day hold it. Transformation becomes visible when form emerges. Patterns cut with precision are the blueprint of what comes next. It's in this moment that material is no longer potential, but preparation. The pieces of a future product waiting to be assembled. Every destination dictates different standards. Luxury is not a universal concept, but a cultural one, shifting from one market to another. The industry adapts, aligning material with customer expectations across many identities and lifestyles. Protection is part of value. A product gains worth not only from how it's made, but from how it survives the journey ahead. The world rarely sees this stage, yet without it, beauty and craftsmanship might never reach the people willing to invest in them. Logistics operates on trust. Trust that every piece will arrive wherever it's needed in time to meet demand. Behind every luxury purchase is an intricate network that moves silently across borders, powered by planning instead of applause. Once material leaves the factory, the responsibility shifts. Production gives way to distribution, and the product becomes part of a larger economic story. What began as something raw now enters a competitive world shaped by branding, marketing, and timing. Creation becomes recognizable. Shapes turn into objects people understand. Handbags, wallets, saddles, and accessories designed for function and presentation. The value of the product now reflects skill, craft, and heritage, not just industrial processing. Comfort is engineered. Softness, texture, and touch become expressions of effort. What someone feels in a store or at home is the result of countless invisible steps intended to make the product feel effortless and familiar. Identity becomes physical. When brands imprint their marks, they lay claim to the journey and accept responsibility for quality. A symbol no larger than a thumbprint becomes proof of tradition, reputation, and consumer expectation. Perfection isn't an accident. A product reaches its final stage only if every detail aligns. Color, grain, stitching, and durability. What the world calls premium is simply the result of refusing to settle for anything less. What leaves this table is ready for the world. The transformation is complete, yet the journey continues. Because the true value of a product is measured not where it was produced, but where it will be used and remembered. Global demand does not begin in factories, but in people. Trends, fashion, lifestyle, and tradition create need long before production scales to meet it. Industries rise and fall depending on how deeply those desires run. Every factory tour ends where it began, at the entrance. But the meaning has changed. What once looked like a workplace now reveals itself as a system designed to fulfill expectations that come from far beyond these walls. The products moving out of this facility do not represent extravagance alone. They represent the culmination of knowledge, labor, adaptation, and history, a global collaboration that most people never see, but continuously depend on industries shape societies in ways we rarely acknowledge. They influence culture, jobs, technology, and even identity. Behind every object lies an economy of human effort that connects strangers across the world without them ever meeting. Gratitude is often reserved for what is visible, yet the invisible deserves it too. Countless individuals contribute to every finished item. People whose names may never be known, but whose work becomes part of everyday life. Curiosity drives progress. The more we seek to understand how things are made, the more we appreciate the complexity behind them. Knowledge turns consumption into awareness, and awareness turns products into stories. Support for craftsmanship is support for human skill. When factories open their doors to the world, they allow us to witness labor not as something ordinary, but as something deserving of recognition, time, and respect. Every industry contains another world waiting to be discovered. The deeper we look, the more we realize that production is not just mechanical. It is cultural, emotional, and deeply human in its origins. If every object in our lives contains a story of transformation, skill, and demand, then perhaps the real question is this: when we choose what we buy, Are we selecting a product or the history it carries within it?